Today I'm going to be spending $250 on dollar box cards and seeing if we can turn a profit. There was some real low lows in this journey. 11 cards that we're getting $0 for, and definitely some highs. A less than $1 card into $100. This did not go how I expected it to, but definitely stay tuned because at the end, I'm gonna break down the exact dollars and cents of every card and see the estimated value we can get. Let's get into it and see how we do. So we went to the very first table of the day, started poking around, and then the dealer there, he goes, he saw me poking around, he goes, the non-top loaded cards, those are gonna be about 50 cents. And then the top loaded cards, he didn't say, in fairness to him, he didn't say like, oh, they are exactly, every single card is $2. He didn't say that. He said the top loaded ones, those are generally gonna be about $2, maybe some a little more. So I was like, okay, yeah, $2, about $2 on most of these. That sounds fair. I'll take a look in here and see what we can find. And I start going through, the first cards I found were some numbered Prism College stuff. There was like I think a Mac Jones, Purple Ice in here, Rashee Rice, Prism Red, and Mike Evans, Prism Red. These are all collegiate, not big time cards at all, right? I think they comp even as low as like $1, $2 on auction on eBay. So I was like, you know, I was hoping, this is really in my head. Once again, you guys can comment down below. You'll see when we get to the end of the story. Maybe I'm a huge idiot and just read this all wrong. But I was like, oh, he said roughly $2. Maybe I can get him down to $1.50. I'm planning on taking a bunch of stuff. Maybe I'll even get lucky and get closer to $1. And then, you know, these are cheaper cards. I can just make a stack, I'll do all right. So I'm going through, I'll maybe pop up a few more clips here of me finding some different cards. I wasn't finding anything too crazy, but there was definitely some cards in here that had some higher comps, and there was some value stuff I could do on Whatnot. I wasn't killing it, but it was enough where I was like, all right, he told me, this is the other thing he told me. He's like, oh, I'm trying to move everything. I got this out of a storage locker. Like, trust, I can't keep all this. I'm just trying to move everything. I got a ton of good stuff in here.
I can't keep everything, right?
This is true.
It's just not worth it for me to hold like down a huge price.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And I was like, okay, yeah, like it seems like there's a deal to be made here, even if it doesn't look perfect. So kept on going through, found a few things, and then eventually I found this Cooper DeJean Optic Red Pandora, which is a pretty cool card. It's about 10, 14, 15 bucks. I was like, oh, this is a find. This is nice. And he goes, you're really prepared today.
I found the Cooper.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'm excited about that one.
So on some of the ones there, obviously, we'll look up comps.
Okay.
But, you know, you're going to end up winning, but at the end of the day, when I add everything up, then we both win.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I'm going to try to get a lot of stuff, so hopefully we can...
We'll do...
Yeah.
We'll do... I've got about 50,000 cards.
All right.
So...
Well, I'll do my best so we can move a couple of them. Okay, yeah, like that's, I said to him, I think it's in the clip, I was like, I don't mind paying more on this one. But, you know, I kept going through. I'll pop up maybe a few more steals and deals that I found in here. Nothing too crazy. That's the other thing, right? I was going through here and there was definitely some of the stuff I'm pulling out here is like $10 cards, maybe as high as 15. Not, like around in that area. If I was finding $50 cards, $50 cards, I'd be like, okay, something's up here. I'm not getting these for $2. But all the time, I've told you guys, that's the beauty of dollar boxes. The stuff goes up and down. Things get lost in the cracks. You can find $10 cards in a $2 box all the time. So it's like, okay, I found a couple deals here. This is going to be great. In fairness to my last point, I did find one big card that I'm going to mention. It was a Brock Purdy auto out of 2, right? And I was like, okay, this is not a $2 card. So I got my little stack together and I went over to him to drop off the cards.
All
right, I think I'm done.
That's it?
Yep. The only one, obviously, the Purdy is a nice card, so.
This is like 1,200.
1,200, okay. Well, why don't...
I'm the comp.
Okay.
So I'm in it already for 9.
And I was like, ooh, Purdy non-rookie auto. I know it's out of 2, but 1,200 seems a little steep. I looked it up and I'll pop up the comps right here, but I think like the out of 5 went for like 400-ish and out of 6, like I'll pop up the comps, and this exact one actually went for 800 and out of 2, But I was like, this is like what I want to pay for sure is like 650-ish, maybe 700. You know, there was that one high comp, but regardless, I was like, okay, I'm not at 1200, even just off the top of my head without looking at comps. And I was like, ooh, okay, this may be tough here. That's when I should have known.
So I did grade it.
Okay.
Okay. When I graded it, obviously the auto got a 10.
Yeah.
The car PSA decided that they didn't like it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I do have a magnifying glass if you want.
No, it's all good.
So they gave me a 6 on the card.
Yeah.
Which it's better than a 6. You can look at close all that.
For sure. Appreciate that. Well, all right. Well, let's see what we can do here.
So let's do this. Are you still looking around?
I think I'm done.
You're done already?
Yeah.
Do you want to go through on comps and I got a pricing on? We figure it out, or I just don't know. Like,
I mean,
some really good stuff.
I mean, I guess it depends. I mean,
I'd like to go at comp.
I think it depends, to be honest, what kind of deal we can do. I mean, I know some of these, like, I know the Cooper's worth a little bit more.
Let's just glance.
Okay.
We'll glance at a couple and we'll see what we're
at. We can look at these two. These two are definitely higher. And eventually, you know, I hand it to him. He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah." Well, you can hear it in the clip. He goes like, "Oh, let's just go through. What do you want to do? Let's just go through and comp this out." I was like, "Comp this out?" And then I started to get concerned because also the other thing too is when you're dollar boxing, time is really valuable. Like I'm not a big deal, right? Like I'm not, oh, my time is worth so much, but you want to keep it moving, right? The whole point, if you're only going to be making, even if you're making $3, $4 a card net, you don't really have time. It's like get a stack, buy it, done. So I already wasn't like super happy about that, but I was like, okay, you know, that's fine. It was implied / mentioned that not every card would necessarily be $2 at the beginning. So I was like, okay, that's fine. If you want to, we can comp out the 20, you know, the 10, 15, $20 cards, and then I'll make margin on the cheaper stuff. That's fine. There's a few $5 cards and stuff I can do it on. And I try to help him. I try to pull out the ones that were more. And then he wants to comp out every single card that I had picked out.
So range on here is everything from 8, 11, 9, 13, there's 7, 5, 11. So I'm just going to put 10.
That's fine.
On the DK, I only PC my parents' birthdays, October 10th and February 25th.
Okay,
so
yeah, hold on to that one.
I keep,
yeah,
and the 225s I keep. Let's go, man. So
at this point, I kind of stopped recording. I ended up making an offer that I thought was very fair, and we did kind of do the comps thing, but there's a long version of this where I have a rant on why it didn't work out and everything, but suffice to say, we just didn't get a deal done, right? So I kept looking around, but didn't find a ton, you know? I kind of want to do a how-to video on dollar boxing at some point, but normally you can tell pretty quickly if there's value or not. Like I stopped at one and they had Mac Jones base rookies stickered at $2, and then you can kind of tell like, okay, this isn't the table for me. But I kept it moving. Didn't have much success, but eventually I found one table that had so much good stuff. One of my best dollar boxing sessions ever. And the shocking thing was, there wasn't a single person sitting at this table. This is what I tell you guys. There's opportunity, you just gotta dig for it. But I'm actually getting a little ahead of myself. Before that, I stopped at one other table, and this really got me going. I've said it a million times. The niche knowledge is what gets you. I found a Max Verstappen purple refractor numbered for $3, no brainer. And then a Yuki Tsunoda Topps Chrome refractor rookie. Once again, talking about that niche knowledge, I knew he just got promoted to the Red Bull senior team, and his 10s are going for $70 plus. So at $2, I was really excited for this because I thought it was just a perfectly timed card as well. But I ended up finding some really cool other cards too. A Kobe, there was a Trae Young SP, Michael Porter Jr. numbered. I kept looking. I found some more SP rookies of Darius Garland and Tyler Hero. Perfect timing for the playoffs. I'm actually not going to tell you guys every single thing I picked up here, because at the end, I will show actually every single card I picked up and do some of the math on how we did value-wise, just like the title shows. But on to the next table where we really got cooking, I found some crazy stuff, like this Sengun Prism 75th rookie. That was comping pretty high. Went through, and there's just too many good cards to pop up comps and talk about every single one, but just tons and tons of numbered gems in here. A lot of really good basketball in particular, but we actually had some other sports too. This was a cool find, Antonio McDyess Gallery of Heroes. I don't know much about the older basketball cards, but this looked interesting to me, and I was like, wow, it's worth like almost 15 bucks. Also a cool just Tim Hardaway refractor in there. Kept digging some more and found this Desmond Bain Hyper Prism rookie. Once again, probably about a $15 card. That was great. I mean, you can see here, Jordan Love, Canvas rookie, another Jordan Love rookie. Just casually digging Justin Herbert. And how about some Paul Skeens rookies in a dollar box, plus a Silver Ellie rookie? Just crazy, man. And really to wrap it up was just the craziest find of the day. This was interesting because really, guys, this was after that first deal, I was feeling really down, to be honest, but kept it going. And one of the final cards I picked up at in this box was comping almost at $100. A less than $1 card into $100. Just incredible. I spent $215 total at this table, and right now I'm gonna go show you guys everything I picked up in the day and do the math. Alrighty guys, we're here with the cards. I'm all ready to break down the math. I'll have to apologize for my backwards hat. I know it's not screaming science experiment, but my hair's a little messed up. What's most important is the cards. And we're gonna go from the smallest cards to the most expensive ones, so you're definitely not gonna wanna miss that. Yeah, let's just get into it. I've broken them down into stacks, and you'll kind of see as we go. I put them into stacks of value here. All right, so these are actually gonna be cards we're not taking any value for. I would say that these were the mistakes. We have like an Aaron Rodgers, Willie Mays, Soderstrom rookie, he was hot, so I picked him up. Sage Surratt, that's PC, so that's actually not no value, but we're not gonna put a value on that. Braylon Payne, Steve Nash, Clyde Drexler. So actually, these are all cool cards. Jalen Williams rookie. The problem is, I'm not really sure where I can sell these, right? Like, not really whatnot cards, maybe, but probably not, and definitely not eBay cards. So, not even ComC. So if you don't have a plan to sell them, you just got to put 0. So we're not going to get any value back for these cards, more than likely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards that we're getting $0 for. So you're gonna make mistakes, especially if you go quick through the dollar box. But I think that's just something you have to live with, and it's not necessarily a terrible thing. You know, I'll figure out something to do with these, but probably not gonna get a ton of value. So we're gonna count these as having paid for them, but not any value we're getting back. But alrighty, the second stack is where things get a little interesting. So these are all the cards that I think I can average $2 back in return. And there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I mean, I feel pretty confident. I mean, let's just go through here. Maybe we can put an example like, you know, Jalen Williams, rookies, this kaleidoscope. I mean, numbered Franz Wagner, autos, numbered Porzingis, LeBron inserts, cool Giannis, Luke. Like, if you put this stuff out at a card show in a $2 box, even higher, it'll move. But at $2, I'm pretty confident. Once again, whatnot, ComC, some of this stuff, like you can sell this on eBay for sure for $2. But I even think some of these cards, if you were patient enough, you could get $5 for on eBay. So, you know, not every, this is kind of tough. Out of 75 cat, actually that's probably an eBay one that you could even get like 6, 7 for this if you got lucky. A ton of really cool stuff. I mean, here, let me actually properly flip through, and then I'll explain what I'm kind of thinking. And the thing with the experiments, guys, is this isn't a perfect science, right? Like I've said it a million times. I'm not saying, oh, I'm guaranteed 100%. I bet my life I get $2 on every single one of these cards. But I do think this is all an estimation. Numbered Clay out of 75. This Curry, I mean, that's an eBay card. Numbered DeRozan, Clarkson, Dyson Daniels. Like, I feel confident that I can average that out on these. I mean, is every single one gonna sell for that? Is there gonna be some losses? But there's gonna be some higher ones too. I'm rambling. I sometimes I feel the need to kind of like defend myself, but at the end of the day, these videos are just a little bit of fun. But I feel really good. The most important thing, let's stay positive here. The most important thing is I feel really, really happy about the stuff we got here. I mean, for getting all these for less than $1, I think it's just a no-brainer. Some really, really cool cards in here. But once again, as I did note, most of these are probably not gonna go on eBay for me. A few of them, maybe, but in general, probably not. I like to be minimum of $5 for me personally when I'm selling stuff on eBay. I've kind of mentioned that before with the fees, and you gotta pack it up and do all the work, so. But I will have a use for these cards, right? Like, just cool stuff in here. Really, really good. Good, you know, Brady field level. You're seeing it here. This is 2016 Brady. I actually should have done a better job of calling out specific ones here, but there's so many. And we still got some other ones to look at. Hero numbered. Sengun numbered. This Aaliyah Boston's numbered, I think, as well. Yeah, I feel really, really good. You see what's in here. Big names, Ohtani, it's shiny, it looks good. This is just great stuff. There's always a need for these cards, and man, I'm really, really happy. Now we're moving on, and we can maybe take a bit more time on these because there's not quite as many, but there's still a lot. These are the cards that I think are worth at least $5. I can get $5 for on eBay, maybe selling Whatnot. You could do a card show as well, but you know, cool stuff. Like look at this, Shaquille O'Neal, Sterling with the coating on it. Derek Jeter, I think this is 1997 refractor. Some of them you can see the price tags. A few of these I did pay more than $1 on. But the vast majority are just from the dollar box. I also, the Yuki and Max. You know what? F1 is weird. You can get more for it, but really they are comping around $5. I really think I could get 10 for these, but just to be safe, I called it $5 for the experiment. Embiid numbered. Kevin Durant, cool looking Patrick Mahomes. We'll be here all day if I call out every single card, maybe if there's just some super interesting ones. But I did, you know, I comped all these out. LeBron hollow, Trae Young numbered, Draymond, Kelsey Plum, this WNBA stuff. These actually are sick color matches. That's an easy sell. Trae Young, Michael Porter Jr. That's a cool Trae Young. This is Justin Jefferson, pink parallel rookie, numbered Al Horford, Kid Harden. So this is the big names in color, right? Lower number color. CJ Stroud, optic rookies, Anthony Edwards. More Anthony Edwards, die cuts, LeBron, Jalen Brunson numbered. I feel confident. Some of this stuff, really, I think there's a good chance. Harden's cooking right now out of 49. Mobley color match. Pujols Topps Chrome. Zion numbered. Wow, back in the day, this would have been a huge card. Devin Booker. So this is, yeah, big names numbered. Chet numbered. This is all stuff that I feel confident I'll get at least $5 on, if not more. But once again, this was all, pretty much every single card in this video, except for that handful, is from the $1 box. Just crazy. Austin Reeves, Manu, Luka. So big names numbered. It's just all day. Scotty Barnes. Just really, really cool stuff. None of the cards in this pile are ginormous cards, but it's exactly what I say. I'm willing to grind this out. And you know, considering I'm only into them for $1. Oh, this one actually might even be higher, but that's okay. Mahomes field level. Really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff. This will all do well. Just have to put in the work. That's it. But you can definitely get the return out of it. Right here we have 46 $5 cards. So $230 in value right here. Just crazy. And we haven't even gotten to the final stack, which we'll bring in right now. These are the higher value cards, the most expensive ones we pulled out. And yes, we do have that crazy card I mentioned a little bit ago. These ones at the top with the stickers, I probably got them because it was a bulk deal. I probably did get them for lower than the sticker, but they're basically just worth what the sticker is on, right? So I put this at 10, 10, 10. I put this Draymond at 10. I think I can get 10 for that. It's it's game worn out of 35. Yeah, I can get 10 for this. That's pretty cool. The SGA, this is a cool one. Actually, I'll pop up the PSA 10 comp. I think at a PSA 10, this is a second year of Prism Silver. These sell really, really high, but I put it at like $8. LeBron is at $8. I know because I've sold this exact card for $8 before. So that shows you I'm not just, there is some estimation going, but I actually have lived this. This is what I do. So I know what stuff can move for. Anthony Edwards, numbered. I can probably get more for this, but I put this at $8. Kevin Durant, $8. This is at sticker. Kobe rookie, this is cool, $15. The Hero acetate, really just a nice looking card, $10. Sengun, looks awesome, definitely off center, but $25 on the Sengun, that was a really good find. Jordan Love, canvas rookie at a 10. This EJ Speed, sweet level rookie at a 149, I had that at $10. Parsons Prism Checker, that's at $10 as well. Desmond Bain Hyper Prism, I think I put this at $10. Darius Garland, this one was also at $10, I believe. I'll have to apologize. The other math is simple, but the math might get a little sticky here after. I might be off by $1 or $2 on a couple of these. But the overall math should check out. Banchero, that was $8 as well. Nice cool color match there. Antonio McDyess, I had that at 12 right at the comp. And here are the big boys. Deshaun, let me get this other one off the screen. So this was the steals. 2012 Prism, this is the first year of Prism, any Prism, but of Prism football. And it's really, really valuable. And the silvers, I think, were very rare. It's not like now, like the silvers were hard to hit. And I mean, Deshaun Jackson, this guy's a legend. I mean, just a really, really cool card. I put this at $20 for this one, comping right around there. Maybe even could get some more, but I mean, just really, really cool. And then the final card, another just, when I think about exciting players, it's funny I got these two together because when I think about exciting players from this era, it's Deshaun Jackson and then Devin Hester. I mean, he's, for the young bucks watching right now who don't know, Devin Hester was a incredible kick returner. He played wide receiver. He also played some cornerback as well, but he was just, they don't do kickoff returns anymore. So the kids, they don't get it. They don't get it. He was just electric. And you know, the comp, so it was an auction comp. The most recent one's at $91. Seemed a little high. There were some in that area. You know, a 10 I think did $175. There were some lower ones before, but if you look on eBay right now, the cheapest one is it's PSA 9s at $120. So for the high value cards, once again, I might be off like $5 from the numbers I was saying during the video, but I got $300 in value right here, including these two, giving us a total estimated value of $744 on a $245 investment. That's pretty crazy. I'm really happy with that. Just for the video, we did a little bit of an estimation because honestly, I think I could maybe get more as well. But you never know in the card world. That's half the fun. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.